Okay. Hello, YouTubers. Sianifa Ogunrinu Oduyemi here again. Today I want to talk to you about spirit attachment symptoms because a lot of people they do not understand. When they see someone, they're like, okay, well, this person may have like a mental disorder. Um, this person, they're acting crazy. First, you have to understand that there are earthbound spirits. Okay, so the first thing that I want you to understand about spirit, there are spirits that are left behind, that are earthbound. These spirits stand around on corners. They are at funerals. They go to churches. They go to bars. They go places that they visited while they were living. Uh, this is not to tell you do not go to the doctor. This is not telling you to not get yourself checked out. But a lot of times, if someone has a spirit attachment to them, it'll even confuse the doctors, where the doctors can't find anything, and you'll be running a whole bunch of tests. At the end of the video, I will give you a little bath that will help you to remove some of them things. Mostly, you do need a priest to remove them, and it can get dangerous. Thinking of some symptoms, because it's very common. Um, And most of the time it goes unnoticed. You'll put your family member in a mental institution, and they don't need a mental institution. There are some people that are on drugs. These are also forms of spiritual attachments because they can cause addictions. One thing that you really have to pay attention to when it comes down to spirit attachments is number one, your intuition is going to tell you that something's wrong. Number two, you're going to be very tired. You're going to get headaches. You could be very cold. You could be very hot. You could get feverish. You could get really pale, like you could lose complete color of your skin. Insomnia is one of the symptoms of a spirit attachment. Nightmares, bad dreams, any type of unexplained pains in your body. Say your back hurts and you're not normally having back problems. A lot of times spirits sit right back here. They'll start here and they'll move here. You'll wake up. Sometimes you'll sleep with a bad pillow or a bad bed, but these are symptoms of spiritual attachments. Anxiety is a form of spiritual attachment. Fearfulness for no reason is a form of spiritual attachment. Depression, the obsessive behaviors, self mutilation, when people start cutting themselves, that's a form of spiritual attachment. A lot of teenagers are going through that. Eating disorders is a form of spiritual attachments. Any out of character behavior. One of the most things that I have noticed that you'll start noticing with the spiritual attachment is the person will get really irritable and they'll start getting angry out of nowhere. Nothing will seem to happen that'll get in their way to make them angry or irritable, but you'll ask them questions and they'll get irritable. You're like, that person must have bipolar or something. No, sometimes it's a spiritual attachment. Unfortunately, in the spiritual realm, in shamanism and Yoruba, Santeria, and all of these ATRs that we have, we do not believe in mental disorders. We believe that it is a form of spiritual attack. Sometimes it could be a form of spiritual awakening. What I have noticed with some people that have an attachment, they're unable to look me dead in my eye. So, eye contact is really hard for people that have a spiritual attachment. Drug addiction, I think I already said. Alcoholism is a form of spiritual attachment. When you get around a person that has a spiritual attachment, you will feel cold. You will feel a cold draft come through. You'll feel uncomfortable. A lot of times you'll hear noises and knocking, and you're trying to figure out where it's coming from. There'll be strange smells. You don't really like, you can't figure out where the smell is coming from. And it doesn't have to be an odor, like a very potent smell. It could smell like dead roses. It's going to smell weird. It's not going to smell like your normal house. This is going to come out of nowhere. It's like a drift of air. You're going to smell that. You're going to have issues with electronics, light bulbs, and some of these symptoms are symptoms of witchcraft as well. But some of like your dishwasher will stop working, your garbage disposal will mess up, your stove, your washing machine, your car. These are attachments. You may get goosebumps. You feel paranoid for no reason at all. Like you start feeling like somebody's watching you. Um, if you are around a person that has a spiritual attachment, you get drained. And I mean super drained to the fact where you feel like you're about to get sick. But you will always have that gut feeling that something is not right with that person. So, yeah. So those are some of the there are many symptoms of spiritual attachments, or spiritual attack, or witchcraft, or however you want to call it. Is something that is attached to that person. A lot of people that play Ouija boards, pick up tarot cards, these things are tools that people use that actually have been trained to do it. It's not something that you want to pick up and just start doing because you do not know what is on the other side trying to communicate. There's a certain way that we wrap up cards. We put stones on cards. We clean our cards. If you use cards, Benini Anifa use a puele. If I have to pull out cards, it's normally because a person can't afford DAFA. I know when they do DAFA, there's going to be an Ebo that's going to come after it. And I know that they don't have the money. So I will card read them, or I will energy read them. Okay. People think that schizophrenia is a disease of the mind. And after, because I have gone to school for human services with a concentration of mental health, and I did my clinicals. Funny thing about it is most of those people were not crazy, especially if I could hear some of it too. Some of the voices that they were hearing were voices that were putting them down, telling them that they weren't anything, that they were worthless, that nobody loved them, that they should kill themselves. That's not something that the mind makes up. So we got to do more research, and we have to be more mindful of spirituality before we just go ahead and say, well, this person is insane. And sticking them in a mental institution, putting them on medication, they are stuck in that for the rest of their life. There's no healing. My belief is that everyone that is in the mental health field should have some training in the spiritual field. Because when people really need help and then you put them on medication, it makes them stuck. You want people healed, and I'm like, well, you don't, you must don't want a person healed if you just want to put them on medicine, because the medicine's just going to control their symptoms. Most of the time it doesn't control symptoms, because you cannot control energy, you cannot control spirit, you have to remove it. Maybe in the future, you know, we'll wake up. um Entities will weaken your energy. We all have an aura. And in EFI, so I'm not talking about EFI. I'm not talking about Santeria. I'm talking about in a spiritismo, or and I'm talking about just spiritualism in general. We all have an aura. And if your aura gets dirty, what happens is these parasites start, eating away at your aura. The more negative people you're around, the more negative things you hear, the more negative places you go, these little parasites like worms start eating away at your aura. Once they get their way in, they start creating holes. When they create these holes in your aura, it gives communication to lower level entities that you're wide open, you're settled, you're ready, you're prime, you're like seasoned for them to come in and start causing problems. So when you have a strong aura, these things cannot penetrate you. That's why it's good to cleanse yourself always. I don't care if you're a spiritualist. I don't care if you just work at a bank. I don't care what kind of job you have. If you work at Wendy's, if you are always around people, you want to make sure you're cleaning yourself. I'm gonna tell you a story. One day, someone said, "Wow, your eyelashes are beautiful." Well, the next day, one of my eyes, my lashes, was all over my pillow. I just went to bed and cleaned. I didn't clean myself. She just, not everybody has your best intentions. Okay. If someone is even complimenting you, sometimes you have to be wary. In the older days, we would say, if they give you a compliment, they say God bless you behind it. People have lost every bit of their culture. They don't do that anymore. So even when someone compliments you, you still have to make sure you clean yourself or have some type of protection on, because you never know that person's intention. So, but spiritual attachments a lot of times will start as a mental illness, and that's what it'll look like. Man, spirit isn't just going to come out and be like, I'm spirit so and so, and I'm here to do this and I'm here to do that. That's not how they work. They're going to want to hide. And the best way to hide is to act as if it's like, sorry, I'm checking a message. Um, they're going to want to, by the time you figure out what it is, it's already stuck. You pretty much need a priest at that point. All right. So let's go back to some more symptoms. Remember, I was saying about the neck pain. A lot of us wake up and we're like, oh, I slept with too many pillows. Sometimes it's spiritual attachment. Sometimes people are sending spirits in your sleep. It's not always that you're picking spirits up from other places. You do have people that actually send spirits to you. You may experience nausea on and off. Um, This is always going to be something that a doctor cannot find an answer to. You know, those diseases that the doctor is just like, I don't know what this is, so I'm going to call it sarcoidosis, or I'm going to call it gastritis, or I'm going to call it sickle cell anemia. They don't know what it is. So they just put names on it. And I'm sorry to say, when a doctor doesn't know something, they will put a name on it, but they will never say, "Oh, that's spiritual." You're never gonna hear a doctor say, "Well, we couldn't find anything, so seek out your faith healer." They're never gonna say that. They got to make their money. So the overall body pain, you may have pain in your finger, you may have a pain in your toe, you may have pain in your back, pain in your shoulder. Um, if you're cleaning yourself and these don't go away, okay, go to the doctor. But then after you go to the doctor, still come home and cleanse yourself. The doctor may find something after you've cleaned yourself because you don't know what damage that spirit has done. I have known people, and it has even happened to me, cleaning someone. Heart palpitations. Let me pull this down some so you can see. Right here. That's the same as anxiety. You can actually have a heart attack with a spirit being attached to you and causing this if your heart is weak. People that have aneurysms, if it's a spirit that is messing, a spirit is always going to attach to something that is already weakened inside of you because it doesn't have to work so hard. Now, you also have a spirit attachment when you feel normal, but you notice other people go around you and they're like, there's just something about that person that I just don't like, and I can't figure out what it is. A lot of times it's a spirit making you lonely. Though that's disastrous because when you feel lonely, you feel like you're unwanted, you feel unloved. A lot of suicides happen that way. Um, when you see shadows, understand they want you to see them. They want you to see them. Okay. Now, as many cleansings as I've done, I want you guys to understand how dangerous it is to do rompimiento. And this is a cleansing where we're shedding you. We are shedding everything off of you that is causing you trouble so you can move forward in your life. What do you think happens when we're cleaning you? When we're cleaning you, those things are going to try to attack us. And if we don't in turn clean ourselves after the fact, we're going to get sick. Or it's going to attack us the same way that it attacked you. These things don't want to leave. Some of them do not know that they're harming you. And then you have those that know exactly what they're doing. And they will attack the priest that's trying to help you. So if you ever wonder why that priest is not going to help you for free, because we put our life on the line. We put ourselves in danger just cleaning you. We put ourselves in danger just reading you. We have to cleanse ourselves every time we read you. Every time you walk in our house, we have to clean our house so nothing is left behind. And that's not saying anything bad about you. What's that saying is we have to protect ourselves as well. So never complain about what a priestess or priest or Iyanifa, Ialosha, Babalosha, a spiritista, a sansista, a palero, never complain about what they're charging you because you do not know what they have to do to clean themselves after you've left, after they've cleaned you. It's not that we clean you and then God is like, oh, well, I'm just going to take care of you. I'm not going to take care of the priest because the priest is doing my work. No, that's not how it works. Yes, we have certain protections, but we also get attacked. That's why there is currency. You sacrifice, you pay for our gift. That's living off the fruit of our labor. Okay? We don't get health insurance. We have bills. We have to eat. Never complain about what a priest is charging you. And never try to go around and compare priest prices, because I'm going to tell you, you get what you pay for. If you feel like that priest is charging you too much and then you go to the next priest, you might have just messed yourself up. Understand, there are a lot of people out here parading and saying that they're priests, and they're not. And I'm not here to talk bad about anybody, because every one of us on this earth, every one of us have gifts. Every one of us have a purpose. But for us as priests and priestesses and that do this work, we have to charge. This is not free. If you have something on you that I can't even remove off myself, I have to go pay for someone to cleanse me. I can't go to them and get cleansed for free. So if I can't go get cleansed for free, you can't go get cleansed for free. If I need to go get a reading because I can't see something that's going on with me, I have to go pay and get a reading. Can I go and ask for a discount because I deal with them? No. I have to pay their price. So I hope I haven't offended anybody, because I know how people like to get on people's YouTubes and give thumbs down. I really don't understand why, because if you don't like the video, you just don't watch the video. But there's so much hate. There is so much hate on social media, YouTube. There's so much hate up here. We don't support each other. Why? Because if you don't like a video, you really just don't have to watch the video. So I've seen other people doing the thumbs down. Well, if you like this video, if you're getting anything out of this video, please hit subscribe. Hit the notification button so you'll know when I am going live. And give a thumbs up if you like it. If you don't like it, if you have to give a thumbs down, if that helps you sleep at night, give a thumbs down. But guess what? Life still goes on, and it's not going to stop me from making videos. Okay? So before I get into actually showing you a basic way to clean off a spirit attachment, um, I want to say thank you for the people that do support me. Okay. I really do appreciate it. It has taken me a long time to actually even want to get on YouTube. I just do my videos on Facebook, but I wanted to reach more people. I wanted to be able to give as much as I could, because I believe people need that. One thing I want to show first, because people go to these botanicas and they will buy tobacco water. I have tried it. I have smelled it. That is not tobacco water. Okay. Um, Tobacco water is made out of corn whiskey. Basically, all you're going to do is buy you a thing of corn whiskey. If you cannot find corn whiskey, find you some vodka and let it be this size. I guess this is like a fifth, 375 milliliters. So you're going to take a cigar that has not been smoked on. It's like, it doesn't have to be a Cuban cigar. It can be a regular Phillies blunt cigar. You're going to break it, okay? You're going to put 2 cinnamon sticks inside, And you're going to put the tobacco in. You're going to break it apart, okay? Shake it up, and you're going to keep it in the dark for 9 days. And when you smell it, it is not going to smell like tobacco, but it is a lot stronger than the tobacco water that the botanicas are selling. And I just had to put that out there because we are spending too much money on things that we're like, oh yeah, we put not to. This is not, being that I'm part Indian. Let me tell you something. That's not what they don't like that smell. They want the real thing. Do not drink this, okay? Don't drink it. It's for you cleaning yourself. When you come in, you take a little and you just, because here is where you're going to pick up the most energy when you go out in public. Okay. And this is just one thing that you can use. Indian spirits love it, and it does cleanse you. Uh, I'll do a video where I actually teach you how to make a very good empath lotion. I'm going to give it to you right now. You're going to have to wait for it. Then I'm going to teach you how to make a very good rosemary lotion. And I call these lotions, but you know, it's not like lotion that you put on like after you get out of the bathtub, like the lotion that makes you soft. And I'm going to teach you how to make bay rum. But this video is not for that. This video is to show you a basic bath, cleansing bath. If you feel like that you have a spirit attachment to you, and I'm just going to say, just if you feel uncomfortable and you feel like something is not right and you want to get up and clean yourself, it's never going to hurt. You can never clean yourself too much. So I'm going to put this here. So this is just about the size of the bowl you can use, okay? This is the amount of water, okay? You see? When I make it, you know, I say I stick with Cascarilla. You are going to squish up the Cascarilla. I always say never use anything but your hands. Pray while you make this because this is your intent. This is your bath. I do a certain prayer, but you can pray the 23rd Psalm. You can pray the 37th Psalm. You can pray Psalm 91. I have a different religion, being a Yanifa, so I pray a different prayer. After you put your cascarilla in, you're going to get Asafetida Liquid, not the powder, okay? Now, I want you to watch because this stuff you do not have to use a lot. So watch, it's just a drop, okay? That's it. That's all you need. It's not the best smelling stuff in the world, but it's very powerful. Next, you're going to use the Colognia. You only need just a little splash. That is a basic bath, okay? Now, so for you guys that are Christian, you can say The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Now, if you are Muslim, you can pray the okay. So Muslims read their Quran backwards. We read ours frontwards. If it's Christian, the last three surahs you will use, which for Muslims would be the first three surahs, you will pray over your bath. Okay. Now, I'm not going to pray that. What I'm going to do that you could pray Psalm 37. You could do Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever and ever. Amen. Okay, now those are for those religions. Okay. If you are Catholic, you are going to say the Apostle Creed 3 times, and then you're going to say the Hail Mary 3 times. Okay? Now, if you are my religion, which is Yoruba, um, Santeria, you would um, you would pray to whatever you would have a Madama prayer, or you would sometimes the Spiritistas use the Book of Psalms. The Book of Psalms, if everybody knows about the Book of Psalms, the Book of Psalms is David. David was praying and singing and crying through that whole book. But because I am Yoruba, I use my Odu to pray into a bath. So excuse me. Oye se ba lo que. O se mama monju mama. Ago asegete in everybody o pari popo. O poto lo pa koko kole ba koko. O pani oku a koko ashibide. You don't need what pa pakle ba koko or even the pakada da. Now, basically, all that does is put your intentions into the bath. Now, I'll put the bath back over here. You can put this bath on your face. You can put this bath shoulders down. You will never put this bath on the top of your head. The reason you would never put this bath on the top of your head is because it has perfume in it. Our head does not accept perfumes, okay? That is spiritual. No. It will put you out of line and make you pure nutty. So, you are going to pour this bath from neck, shoulders down. And when you finish pour, like you take your regular bath and you pour that on you, never dry your skin. If you are a person that gets cold, get you a robe, put the robe on, get you a small heater, put it in your bathroom, but never wipe your bath off of you. Let it soak into your skin. And if you have to take this bath every day, then you take this bath every day because it's not going to hurt you. It's going to help you. Okay? So I'm going to be teaching you other baths that you could be taking, but this bath is particularly very good for spiritual attachments. Now, if you have a spiritual attachment that is so strong that this bath will not remove it, then you will be moving towards herbs because herbs will remove the spiritual attachment. But if the herbs don't do it, you find you someone that is trustworthy, someone that you know exactly what they're doing, that have your best interest at heart, because not everybody does. And I'm not talking about scam artists that just want your money. I'm talking about if someone does not know what they're doing when they're giving you a bath, say they have a nasty attitude or they have a bad vibe. Everything that they put into that bath, that's going on you. Say if they don't like you, they already just have a stink face about them. All of that is going in that bath and that cleansing for you. Say you disrespected them or you walked in the house and they felt some type of way. All that's going into your bath. So pick the person that is going to cleanse you, pick them wisely. Do your research on whoever it is that is going to help you spiritually, because you can get spiritually hurt if someone does not know what they're doing. So many people are walking around talking about, I'm saging my house. Okay. And how is that working out for you? Okay. Were your windows open? Okay. Understand what sage does is just like me. That's all sage does. It just breaks up energy. After that, where does the energy go? You can open up the window, but it's going to come right back. Soon as the sage smell is gone. So what are you going to do? Burn sage the whole day and whole night? No, you're not. Frankincense and myrrh, yeah, it's going to get rid of that thing. But you have to learn how to use your mouthpiece, because you have to learn to command these things to leave out of your home. You do. I've seen people walk around with sage, just walking. What? If I was a spirit and you were saging me, just walking around the house, I would know that you had no faith in anything, and I would just keep messing with you. I'm not that type of person. I'm just saying, if I was thinking of on a spirit term, I would be like, this person they don't have any faith. They believe more in the sage. Believe more in yourself. These other things are tools. Yes, we use them. Palo Santo. These things are good. People think sage in their stones that they do. So no, the best way that you are going to, if you use crystals and stones, the best thing that you could do is the moon and the sun. Charging and cleansing. And it's so simple, but most people are not doing, and they just think that they can sage it and, everything's all good. And that's not how it works. So people, if you are Googling information, understand everything that you Google is not always true. Find someone that will guide you. Find someone that will teach you, and do not look at them like they're going to teach you for free, because I'm sure they didn't learn for free. And respect them for the knowledge that they do have. But if there's red flags and you feel like that you're not going to get along with that person, then you respectfully leave, go find you another person to work with, because not everybody goes together. Some of us clash. You may not like me, I may not like you. That means that we're not supposed to work together. That doesn't mean go to the next person and speak bad about that priest or the spiritista or the palero. They have spirits. Don't do that. All you're doing is showing the next priest that you go to that you're going to do the same thing to them. So you're already setting up a bad reputation for yourself, because that's the first thing that we look at. Is if you come to us and you're speaking bad about another priest, we don't want the problem, because we know once you get upset, you're going to do the same thing to us. So if you got anything out of the video and you like the video, do not forget to thumbs up, hit the notification bell so you will know when I go live, and subscribe to the channel. I love you guys. Peace, love, and life. Do not forget, please send in your questions so I will know what you are trying to learn, or if you have any questions on this video, I will put the ingredients. I'll write the ingredients down for you so you'll have the ingredients and then you can just go back and replay the video. It's very simple. There is nothing that I am going to get up here and try to make you learn that is super hard with a whole bunch of, it's not even going to cost you a lot of money to get these things, okay? So we have Cascarilla, Colognia, and Asafetida oil, not powder, and water. And you can take these every day. Okay? It is so simple. You can take it in the morning and you can take it at night. So, peace, love, light. Love you guys. And Odabo.